The big topic this week was this video that Mitt Romney that came to light, in which he more or less said that he was writing off 47% of the electorate, people he said paid no income tax, were dependent on the government, refused to take responsibility for their lives. Do you think that was smart politics?
No. But it's interesting. I know a lot of higher income people, a lot of whom help me do my work, and they're supporting Governor Romney. And a lot of people say things like that, but I think it's worth pointing out. If you look at that 47%, they do pay taxes. They pay Social Security taxes, they pay Medicare taxes, they pay state and local taxes. Second, they are out of the federal income tax pool for two reasons. One is the economic crash, which lowered a lot of people's incomes. Even a lot of the newer jobs don't pay high incomes. Now, the second reason is interesting. It's a bipartisan reason in the past. It's because of the combined impacts of the earned income tax credit and the child tax credit. I doubled the earned income tax credit, which I think President Ford signed into law and which President Reagan supported. And it's refundable. If you work and you got kids and your income's low, the government will actually refund the credit if you drop out of owing income tax. It was designed to support working families. Then we put in a child tax credit, which when President Bush passed all those tax cuts, that's what he did for middle class people. He doubled the child tax credit to $1,000. Then when President Obama came in and he had a Democratic Congress and the economy is reeling, they increased the earned income tax credit so you could get a little more if you had more than 3 kids. So an enormous number of these people who were dropped out for reasons of work and family, not dependence. These people are working their hearts out. They would love to make enough money to pay federal income tax. We were all, before, trying to help them with their work and with their child rearing.
Well, do you think Governor Romney understood who he was talking about when he made this statement?
I don't know, because, the primary they ran kept pushing them all to the right. I remember when they all raised their hand and said, would you oppose the budget, a new budget, if it had $10 in spending cuts for every $1 in tax increase? And every one of them said, yeah, I'd be against that. So they got pushed further and further and further out there. And I think, it's just, you don't just purge all that out of your system when you start running for the general election.